Hello everyone. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald bringing you a message here, a reading for this Friday, October 14th, 2022. I'm going to be using the Oracle deck tonight of Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. You can see all this beautiful pastel color. The card that comes out of this Oracle deck for us is birthing a new age. So you can see this person is standing within the circle and really reaching for the stars. Okay, so birthing a new age, this is birthing new creations and dreaming a new world into being. Now, we cannot birth a new age without having a little bit of birthing pains, right? Something good will come into our life, but it is going to be a little bit uncomfortable at times, right? It is as though this person is looking to achieve the impossible. So we are all looking to achieve the impossible, both individually and as a collective, I'm feeling. And so it's not going to be all glitz and glamour throughout this process, right? And so it's not over until it's over. And that's really what I'm feeling that with that. So like every time you feel like you have jumped one of those hurdles and you've mastered that lesson, here comes another one in hard and fast for you to start to, adjust to or to grow and adjust with. And so there's a whole set of lessons that come with that and a whole set of growth. I feel as though it's as if we see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? And so when I say that, that's not like this is all coming to some sort of an end, right? Where you're feeling like, man, I am close to the finish line, and that's what I'm feeling with that. You're feeling like we're getting there, but it's like that light or that finish line, it just keeps moving further and further away. Almost like when you're in a desert and you think that you're coming upon the water and it's really not, it's a mirage. And so it can be blinding for us, right? We could feel blindsided by circumstances. We could feel as though we just want to look away from things, maybe pretend that things aren't happening the way that they are happening, maybe revert back to old habits, go back to our old ways or our old way of being in general, right? Pretend as though nothing has changed when everything in essence has changed. Or there could be this whole energy with it where some of you might be feeling like, man, I am so ecstatic. I cannot wait for this. And so you're laser focused on that finish line, laser focused on that light. And so you're feeling enchanted by that, right? Now, that comes in with a little bit of caution, right, from Spirit, that you could be so focused on that finish line, so focused on that goal, so focused on birthing that new dream or vision into being, or our new way of being into fruit, having that come into fruition, that you could be so distracted that you're really not seeing things as they are, right? So we have to be very rooted into our reality and dealing with truths and uncomfortable truths of our own personal being, right, as they come up. But there is a reminder here too from Spirit that they're guiding you every single step of the way, and they're showing you signs. If you haven't been seeing the signs, start to really pay attention and look for those signs. And what do certain animals mean to you? Start paying attention for that and start watching for those, right? Whether you see them in your own reality, or whether you're being shown them, in passing in certain things that you're seeing on Facebook. You see them in pictures all the time. There'll be like an overabundance of them. It would be very obvious from Spirit that they're trying to show you that they're there. For me personally, I've been seeing lots and lots of butterflies. Even lately, mid-October, lots of butterflies in real life. Lots of eagles, very close and very low, right? Very beautiful eagles. And so The message with this birthing a new age, what we want to talk about with this is we want to make sure that we're going where we can grow. Okay, so what I mean by that is maybe you're in a space with a certain person, or maybe you're in a certain place, work establishment, or in a certain, say you're living in a certain area, and you just feel as though you have met all of your lessons from that, and maybe you'll feel it even physically, where it just has become so uncomfortable to be in that. Maybe it's a relationship, right? Maybe it's a who are you surrounding yourself with? What are you hanging on to in terms of your beliefs, and how is that supporting you and nourishing you and nurturing you as you go forward, right? So as we grow and we learn from these lessons, as we jump those hurdles, we start to realize that what once nurtured us and allowed us to be comfortable in certain spaces, with certain people, we have then maybe outgrown. And so this is about moving into a space, aligning yourself with something that is going to allow you to grow further, right? Because we don't want to be dimming our light. We don't want to be dimming ourselves down and staying in a certain place and feeling stuck if we feel as though we can no longer grow or flourish within those environments or with those people, right? And so, maybe it's someone or something or a place that has nurtured you as you once were, right? It served its purpose. And now you're feeling as though you're a little bit hesitant to maybe let that go, because there's a little bit of a grieving process in that, in letting go of an older version of you, right? You feel like you fought really hard to become who you are today and to learn all of those lessons and to go through all of those things. And so understand that you should just honor that grief. Send yourself love. Send your self love from the past, that older version of you. Send your future self some love. Send yourself some love, and acknowledge that is what is happening, right? As you're starting to embrace and change and grow more and to move forward, right? Now, it might feel as though you belong where you're at, right? But maybe you're feeling like, gosh, I'm a little bit bored with this. It's not challenging me. I am no longer growing within this space or within this relationship, or it's no longer progressing. And so I'm just feeling like it's really not in alignment with my true self. Or, if I'm being my authentic self and I'm able to express myself fully, that person might also get triggered, or that environment may no longer suit you as who you are, as to your beliefs, because you've grown and you've learned so much, right? And so take a step back and look at this bigger picture and ask yourself, what is it that I'm feeling called to do? Where is it that I'm feeling pulled to? Because I feel like this is going to be, like, for some, a place that you would never have been expected to go. You would never have expected yourself to go there. Other people would have never expected yourself to go there. And I'm thinking more along the lines of those in your immediate family, right? Maybe you have challenged yourself and grown so much that you have blown through, like, financial goals, and you've up-leveled so much that now it's possible for you to do things that people in your family have never done. Now, I wouldn't say that this is any ill intent from those in your family, or any worries or concerns from those in your family. I do feel as though, because you are going to be doing those things and you're going to be breaking those ancestral curses, right? And moving past that energy and really inspiring those in your family, you could be in a place to receive a little bit of jealousy or envy from those around you. But as long as you are open to, you know, guiding others along the same path and, being a mentor of some sort to those to help them to reach the same goal, to show them how to do those things, right? Really bring them in on it, right? Make this, hey, if I can achieve this, you can too. Because that's the most inspiring thing, right? Especially coming from the same family unit. So this is really not about challenging your beliefs, right? Or challenging those around you. This is really for yourself, challenging yourself and knowing your worth and knowing that, yeah, this goal seems huge and impossible, but I am a container, a vessel for spirit, and I am able to achieve all of those things. I can then achieve all of that. It's big enough. I am big enough to step courageously forward to, really be bold, be brave, and accomplish these things and accept that mission. And so that is what I feel like this whole reaching for the stars is all about. And that, as you do that and you stand in that light and you stand in that truth, it really, really starts to bring in so much more light for those around you. And I get big chills with that because there's big energy moving forward for all of the light workers. And I feel like we're all going to be uniting very, very soon in a big way. And so I feel like you're breaking the chains. Now, I feel like the word survival had kind of come through with this as well. So for me, what I feel like with this survival is it's kind of a testing too. When we think about survival, what do we need to do to survive? We need to breathe, we need to eat, we need to drink water, right? Those things. So with the survival aspect of this birthing a new age or birthing a new you, what I'm feeling with this is it's not so much for me feeling like, a physical suffocation where you can't breathe. I think it's more of like an emotional and spiritual suffocation. This is inevitable, right? This change is going to happen regardless. So there's no use in sitting in a space of denial or pretending like it's not happening, like looking away from the light, reverting back to old ways, old beliefs, right? It is about adopting a go with the flow type of attitude to be flexible enough to start to step into your newest version of you, showing up as your highest self, right? And so as you start to do those things, you realize, wow, I really did feel unfulfilled where I was. And I'm so glad that I was able to challenge myself and trust myself in stepping forward into this, onto this path or in this mission. And so moving forward in that, you're feeling a lot more fulfilled emotionally and spiritually. Whereas if you were to stay or to choose to stay where you were or are, and not start to challenge yourself to reach for those stars and to move forward in a big way and to try to really rein in your light and start to channel that into your creative being and your existence here in the physical world, you may feel a little bit more like, gosh, I'm not sure, I feel as though being in this is a little bit more constraining, right? And so as you start to step into your light more, you start to really like that feeling, and it just continues to grow and grow exponentially, right? And so it's going to happen. This change is going to happen regardless. And so this is about getting on board with that. And I feel as though this is about stepping into your fullness, right? About being open, keeping your heart chakra open and asking Spirit to show you the way along the way. You're a magnificent being of light. And so, yes, it feels impossible, but what you're able to accomplish with spirit, co-creating, is even bigger than you could ever imagine. And so this is about being able to say, yes, I am the vessel for you, Spirit, and how can I work my light, right? Work my light and show those around me to do the same. And so this is really this is how we step into our new age. And so this is a beautiful reading here for us for Friday. And I hope that this resonates for you in some way, shape, or form. I hope you have a phenomenal weekend. If I don't get back on to do another reading yet this weekend. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. You can always message me on Facebook in the Messenger for Enchanted Emerald, or on my personal Facebook for Melissa Goodwin. Or you can email me enchantedemeraldny@gmail.com, or you can simply hit the square site up, which is pinned in the description box below here on the YouTube channel, and book a session with me. And it's pinned at the top of the page on my personal, or on my business page on Facebook as well. So anyhow, I hope that everybody has an amazing weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, be kind to one another. Thank you so much. Take care.